7 minutes.
Please welcome Paul Shaw with his speech entitled Junk. Junk, Paul Shaw.
Madam Claus, fellow Toastmasters and guests, put up your hand if you enjoy going to Bunnings. Almost everyone, particularly the guys, seem to enjoy it. Big surprise there. I went to Bunnings. I had to go to Bunnings about 3 weeks ago, and it was a Sunday afternoon. And I said to my wife, I said, I need to go to Bunnings. I need to get 3 things. I need to get some hedge trimmers, I need to get some fertiliser for the lawn, and I also need to get some weed spray. And my wife, she goes to me, Paul, that is not the reason why you want to go to Bunnings. She said, you want to go to Bunnings because out the front of Bunnings there is a sausage sizzle. And you want to buy a sausage. And I said, no. That's not true. I need these things for the garden today. And she goes, all right, fine, you go to Bunnings. So I went down to Bunnings and I'm standing out the front of the shop and I'm eating my sausage. And for the life of me, I can't remember those 3 things. I can't remember at all why I came to Bunnings. So I walk into Bunnings and I'm wandering around. And if you know what Bunnings is like, there is things placed everywhere that they are trying to sell to you on impulse. So I'm walking around the shop and Bunnings, the way it's set up with these impulse items everywhere, it's a little bit like IKEA but for men. So I buy 2 things that day, and the first one is this item. This item is called the gutter getter. And what it's supposed to do is it makes it a lot easier to clean out your guttering. Not long after I bought this item, I found out there's an even better version of the gutter getter. And it's called your hand. It's so much easier. And it costs you nothing. This thing, if you're in Bunnings, don't buy it. The second thing I bought was this contraption. Now this is an air pump. And on the box it said, inflate tyres like a Formula 1 pit crew. This will inflate the tyre in 2 to 3 seconds. Now the way I normally use this is I'll be in the garage with my son who's 2 and he'll be in the pram and I'm about to take him for a walk. And then I'll look down at the tyre and I'll see that tyre is quite flat. And I'm thinking straight away, I know what to do. And I'll pull this out. And this is really easy to use. You just turn it on and you dial up the pressure you want and then you flick this. And then you got that amazing sound. And every time he screams, Mama! Mama! And every time my wife runs into the garage and she goes, Paul, that bloody air pump, why do you use it? You know it upsets him. Why do you keep buying junk? 2 weeks pass and it's a Sunday afternoon again and I'm in the garage. My wife comes in and she goes, Paul, what's that old computer doing there? And I said to my wife, I said, Rachel, that computer is very sentimental to me. That is the first computer that I ever bought in the year 1990. And Rachel says to me, Paul, when is the last time you used that computer? And so I said, well, it's been a few years now. And my wife, she says to me, I believe that if you haven't used something in the last 12 months, it should either be for sale on eBay or it should be sitting on the front nature strip. So I said to my wife, what about that wedding dress in the cupboard? When did you last wear that dress? And she said, that is not the same, that is totally different. That is a ridiculous thing to say to me. I am attached to that wedding dress and you should be too. So I said to my wife, I said, I am attached to the wedding dress and I'm also attached to that computer. The bickering goes on for about 15 minutes more. And then, the next day, my wife comes up to me and she says to me, Paul, next time you want to go to Bunnings, I want you to come up to me and say, Rachel, I want to go to Bunnings to buy a sausage. That way, you'll firstly save some money and you will stop filling the house with junk. Madam Vice.